Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for the NASCAR East Coast Racing League. The round of 16 is about to be finished. Las Vegas Motor Speedway is going to be everything you could hope for. This is going to be a good race. I'm excited for it. Point standings are going to be as such for these fine folks. Qualifying, we'll get rid of that tower real quick. That way you can focus on what's in the middle right there. Nate Cogdell leads in points by 1 single point over Mark Beverly. John Cialino in third in the point standings. Going into the round of into the next round, only 8 drivers are going to be eligible for that. And right now, the cutoff line from Roger Strickland to Nick Lawrence is separated by 1 position point. So if there were a tie right now, I do believe Roger would have that, but 2 positions can change all of that in the course of this race. Pat Baldwin not out of it. Scott Black not out of it as well. With 16 drivers in here, I look for that top 12. I say the top 11 drivers to be able to battle. And Scott Black needing a win here. Shane Shepard needing that win as well. Las Vegas, 1.5-mile track. They're going to run 101 laps here in this race. 1.52 miles in length, so just over 100 miles for their over 150 miles for the drivers. 70% fuel. As always, they have a total of 4 sets of tires, so they'll have 3 tire changes in the pits. 79 degrees on the track temperature, 77 degrees on the air temperature. The partly cloudy skies won't play a factor at the nighttime race. The 2-mile-an-hour wind, not even a factor as well. 55% humidity means, just like we talk about sticky tires at first, they can get free out of 4 pretty easily here at Las Vegas. So we'll see if they're going to be able to hold on to that tight racetrack, and tight driving. Highline's going to be a definite factor here. Let's take a look at your starting grid. Jeremy Talley's going to be your pole sitter with Nathan Somerville to his outside on the start of the race. Mark Beverly will be in that 3 spot right there with John Cialino to his outside. So that'll be the front 2 rows. Justin Rodden and Roger Strickland will make up the next row. Nate Cogdell, Pat Baldwin, Haas Beverly, and Brett Summers in rows 4 and 5. Jared McCauley and Nick Lawrence will make up row number 6. Last row for you, Mike Harnish and Shane Shepard. Cadmore back in the mix, got himself a brand new computer, so he's going to be ready to rock and roll. Good to see him out there. He's on full send mode here for these drivers. Spicy Tires, Chris, good to see you out there. Appreciate you for the like. Kendra, thank you for the like. Brian Rinker, thank you for the like. Brian has liked every single post that I've ever gone live with, so thank you to Brian. I appreciate you very much for what you do out there. Yeah, Spicy Tires. We're going to see Spicy Tires. I do believe this is the racetrack for it. Folks, I've been feeling under the weather for a few days and battling something over here. I don't know what to make of it right now, but we'll do our best to keep rolling, and I will keep it as entertaining as I can. Nathan Somerville up high right here. I like Jeremy Talley's truck. We all know that I like baseball. Cardinals got Pujols back, and ever since then, I think the attitude in the locker room has changed over there for the Cardinals. So, if you're not a Cardinals fan, well, I'm sorry. Hopefully we'll all have a good season. Hopefully baseball in general has a good season. That's something that I'm not looking forward to when it comes to player strikes and stuff like that. So we'll see how it progresses and what happens this season. Huge Cardinals fan. I'm a Wainwright Molina fan for forever. And I'm a Pujols fan. I was sad to see him go to the Angels, but it does happen. Alrighty. They are ready. They're locked and loaded. Hopefully you are as well. I was going to ask you, Chris, how is that Roasted Gems coffee? I know that you showed me that you had it out there. Kyle, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you. The McCauley family having some fun. How you said it was good. He says, OMG, I had some of that Jim's coffee today. Great stuff. Roasted Gems, one of our sponsors over here. You saw the commercial in the very beginning of the broadcast. We'll play it again here in a little while. RoastedGems.com, promo code Bravo Zulu 10. I'm sorry, Bravo Zulu 20 for the. I had it wrong. I said Delta Zulu, but it's Bravo Zulu BZ20 for 10% off your first order. Green flag waves here is Tally in and out just a little bit right there. I think the session's starting to. I don't know, the servers are getting a little bit antsy here for what they have, and it's crazy to see the drive line of the drop off that this track will have. But down the backstretch they go. Tally out front. I've been seeing that iRacing servers have been having some issues. I reinstalled iRacing. It gave me a little bit more clarity, and I went back and was able to reset a lot of the settings that I was doing before. Tally out front. Beverly in second. Right now, Nathan Somerville holding up that third spot outside. 0-1, Justin Rodden in the forward, making it work. Chevy's top three, forward to the bottom. Nate Cogdell, we know, is super fast and has been fast all season. Leading in points by 1 over Beverly going into this race. Looking to make an impact into the next race. Your girlfriend wants to buy another. Perfect. If that promo code didn't work for you, make sure you get out there and you use BZ20 and let me know if it make sure that it works. If it doesn't, then I'll figure something out there and try to do. Ooh, tell you what, 00 to the back bumper to the 28 right there. 28 got a little bit free on the bottom line. You don't want to hit the bottom line of this racetrack below the white line, because if you do, it's a lot like the short tracks. It'll kind of shoot you up the racetrack a little bit, get you a little bit free. All the way to the bottom, Jeremy Talley goes. Somerville with the fastest lap so far, 30.89, and he is in second at the moment. Roger Strickland says no sir, 30.85. He's got the fastest lap of the race at the moment. Gonna get into turn 2 onto the backstretch. Roger just trying to be patient and hold on to the points that he needs. So we'll see exactly where he finishes over. It worked perfect. I wanted to make sure. Very cool. We like the ability for you to make some money. All right, let's throw the relative up. Tally, Somerville, Beverly. I wanted to get these folks rolling, and I had to change some things in the midst of all that. So there they are in the field. Tally, Somerville, Beverly, Cogdell, Rodden, Beverly, Cialino, McCauley, Lawrence, Baldwin, Harnish, Summers. All these drivers, playoff drivers, ready to make it work. Roger's still faster laps than everybody, 30.73. No doubt trying to work his way through the field. Brett Summers in the mix. Mike Harnish in the 222. Watched him practice. He was very fast in practice, and then the draft came into play, and a lot of people started pulling fast laps. Pat Baldwin, there is the number 69, right below John Cialino. These guys have driven around each other for many weeks now. They do have a season 3 coming up. It's going to start somewhere in October. I think it's 10-4. So we'll see what they do. You had 2 races tonight. Second place finish in Menards Daytona and the DeLarn DW2. I tell you what, I do like the ARCA cars at Daytona. I know they can be a wreck fest, but I do like them. I haven't driven a race in a long time. Beverly in third, Tally soaking up some of the sun behind him. Changed some of the cameras a little bit since I had to rebuild them all. I changed the aperture and everything so that way we had a better view. Here's that upper view again. I changed the clarity of it so that we had a better f-stop on the rear view mirror, and I wanted you to know that was the focus right there, that rear view mirror. So I changed some stuff around to be able to do that. Here's that cockpit view right here. 13 to the outside, dropping lows, Nathan Somerville. You see how he has to work that wheel? He has to flick it to the right just a little bit up in front of the 13. He almost got booted. Saw the drive line 0-1 of Rodden here. Beverly just needs to be smart about his race line. He and Cogdell both. This one they can go out and pretty much race for a win. The other drivers need it. Jeremy Talley, one of the drivers that needs it. 6-car pack at the end. Good shoot for the finish. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I like them. I don't race as much anymore. After having a couple of weeks, just a bad stint over a couple of weeks, I kind of worked. I kind of gave up the racing. Not because I don't enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy getting out there. I run test laps with the setups for the league, so I know what's going on with the vehicles. But that's it. That's about all. That's my extent. Some toxic people out there may be upset with the game, so with the simulator. So I decided I wasn't going to be about that. I was going to be about these leagues and making them look good and being a part of that. Tally out front has led every lap so far. 11 of them as they come around. The 28 of Somerville still trying to close some distance down. We talk about long run speed for these drivers, and just like Nate Cogdell, once he figures out that drive line, he gets himself into the mix. These 1.5-mile tracks are kind to everybody, and so this is going to be about consistency. 0-1 to the bottom. Las Vegas has been notorious for a highline run at some point. We'll have to see exactly what they're doing. Thank you to everybody out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I appreciate you all for being out there and doing your darndest to make me awesome. Thank you so much. I know that these drivers appreciate it. I know the leagues appreciate it. And you are all absolutely amazing. Do me a favor, reach out, hit that follow button, hit that like button, hit all the extra stuff that you need to do to make sure that we keep continuing to grow, so that these drivers have a bigger audience as well. I encourage the shares, because it's the only way folks are going to know that this is some. You know, it became a very popular thing throughout the old COVIDical, but I will say that it's kind of dropped off a little bit as far as I wouldn't say the interest in it. I would say there's some diehard people out there doing this. A lot of drivers getting out there and figuring some things out, and it's kind of stapled back into that normal feeling of the drivers that are really into this series. So we'll see, or into this simulator. So we'll see how it progresses and continues to move forward as well, because I'd like to see more people get involved in iRacing. Or to know that it's there, just like the NASCAR drivers. There's a lot of NASCAR drivers putting that log a lot of laps in this simulator to kind of push the boundaries of their racing feel, and they get out there and have a ton of fun, especially for the fans. That's something that they do. Everybody very close. Tally has been able to save here a little bit. Now he's starting to pull away 0.3 of a second on lap 15. I don't know that he's been running full throttle. I think all the drivers that had to make all those passes in the very beginning. So he gets a little feather, just a little feather to the bottom. $16 of 101, 70% fuel, put the drivers in. It's normally a 48-lap run for most 1.5-mile tracks. That'll put them in somewhere around 33 to 38. Maybe even 42 pit stop race here for these folks. Alrighty. Good little run for everybody. So far, so good. Forgot to jump in their Discord and be ready for post-race interviews. Something that we needed to see. Wanted to check on their rules real quick for the playoffs. Good race so far. Very clean. It might go green to green. Rodden back to 5th where he started. Beverly working his way back up front as well. Cogdell drops back a spot. He's still up 3. As Mark Beverly, I think he dropped back to just kind of save some tires here. The more positions that he can put in front of him and Nate Cogdell, the better off he's going to be. Somerville, 0.6 of a second now as the gap starts to close. Jeremy Talley, very good at this track. We've watched him over the course of several months pick his mile-and-a-half tracks he's really good at, and this is one of them. So he's going to work that high line into the low onto the corner exit of 2. Onto the back straightaway, watch the line. He's going to stay right there in the middle and then drift up to the racetrack and to the point where he's going to get into the turn. Utilizing that low line to help the truck turn. 0.6 of a second. Lap times very consistent from the drivers. 32:03. His fastest lap, 31:01, is about 0.02 of a second faster than Nathan Somerville. Fastest driver on the racetrack right now is Mark Beverly, 31.90. Roger Strickland holding on to some pace here. I think he might just be saving for that perfect run there at the end. NASCAR East Coast Racing League. It's been a ton of fun to be able to be with these folks, and excited to see where their series is going to be happening. Wilbur, thank you for the like. I appreciate you very much. Wilbur Herwig out there, thank you so much. Liking the stream, giving us a big old fat thumbs up. Much love. Look at the folks out there on YouTube as well. If you're out there on YouTube, make sure you get up there and you hit that like button. Throw your comments out there. I'd appreciate it if you did, because it just makes things more noticeable for a lot of the series and for the drivers. 13 to the outside of the 28. Somerville to the bottom. Beverly to the high side. That midline second lane. If they'll let you run it, no problem with doing that. And right now, Beverly closing some of that gap down. 28 might be able to, if he was going to be able to run it low, he's going to hook that line down to the bottom. 13 still going to have that run. Side draft coming out of the corner onto the front stretch. Beverly will clear some of that time. Somerville still trying to close off the track, utilizing that bottom line. Cogdell doing the same thing. Cogdell's going to drop in low. Beverly back out to second. Cogdell to third on the inside, but the 28 is going to have that run once again. And to the high side they go. Rodden there in 5th. Trying to utilize that second lane down to the bottom. He's going to do so. He's got Cogdell in his sights. Mark Beverly in the hunt now. 0.7 of a second to Jeremy Talley as they start to roll through and punch the gears. 26 of 101 green flag pit stops here in about 10 laps, I do believe. There's Mr. Nick Lawrence, guy who brought me on up 6 spots. He is the biggest mover of the race. John Ciolino, he is trying to rebound. He's got Cadmore in front of him. And right now, they're having some fun. Haas Beverly in the 22. He's got to get into point standings, that he just needs a top 10 finish here to hold on to what he has. If he leads a lap, that'll be even better. Nick Lawrence in the 18 has the 44. Jared McCauley behind him. We see the Black Rifle Coffee 44. Did he change the paint scheme, or he changed the color of his wheels? He changed something. It's something out there. Looks good. Looks good to me, at least. 18, 44, 22. Normally, folks, I have more of a voice for it, but today is just not the day for the voice. So I'm gonna enjoy it. We're gonna enjoy what we do and keep rolling. 2, 13, 28, 00, 01, 18, and the 44, 7, 22, 222. Mike Harnish back here. Got a beeline to the 7 of Brett Summers. Brett Summers in the mix as well. Brett, I think Brett comes on late. That's what he does. He's got that Boston Web Marketing number 7 rolling Las Vegas can be a tricky track. The 22 and the 7. One on that midline right there, 7. Trying to give a big push. The drive-off's going to be right there. Good run for the 7 there. Trying to keep himself out of the 22's outer wheel. Gyro cam right here for the 22. Brett Summers trying to be right behind him, I think. Roger Strickland coming to pit road. I do believe he is in for his first green flag pit stop. Some of these drivers might split this into thirds to make a ton of sense. Second lane for the 22. He's starting to catch McCauley a little bit at a time. He and Nick Lawrence have kind of made some things work. Here's a look from Nick Lawrence's truck here in 6th. Top 5, a blanket over him. And then about 2.5 between Rodden and Jeremy Talley. Nick Lawrence not far off as well. Jared McCauley trying to make the pass on the inside of Nick. 44 needs points. Needs to finish up there. Quite high, actually. One more look at the point standings here for you as we get into the corner. There's Talley in 5th. He's your race leader. He's coming. It looks like he is coming to pit road. He's going to lock him up. Hopefully he doesn't get a speeding penalty getting into pit road. Pit road speed is, I believe, 45 miles an hour. Cogdell is your points leader coming into this race. But the driver that we're looking at, McCauley, he needs to have a good finish here. He is tied with Haas Beverly as far as points go. And we know that that's going to be a big factor. Moving on over 33 of 101. Ooh, 13 locks up the tires. He got a little bit spicy right there getting into pit road. So Mark Beverly in on pit road. Pat Baldwin, Mark Cadmore, everybody. Roger Strickland coming around. He's going to be the first driver who came to pit road. So he's already caught up some of that speed. Is a lap down. Everybody in. Shane Shepard leaving pit road right now. So he tries to avoid some drivers. He and Roger Strickland on different cycles here. Roger should take over the lead, I do believe. We'll see. Jeremy Talley coming out of 3. Talley will still be your race leader. Roger Strickland in 14th. Talley, when he came to pit road, he came in on 32. These drivers, no doubt, trying to find good pace. Right now, Roger Strickland coming around the front stretch. There's a little bit of a gap between he and the rest of the racers. Mark Beverly finds his way off of pit road, gets himself up to speed. Talley's going to be right there with him. And Beverly, ooh, Talley almost got into Beverly there. I think Beverly was going to go, thought he was going to go high, but Talley had so much speed coming around that corner that they almost got into each other. Justin Rodden to 3rd, Cogdell in 4th, Somerville back to 5th, Nick Lawrence in 6th, Mike Harnish in 7th, Jared McCauley in 8th, Brett Summers in 9th, Roger Strickland in 10th. Roger tried to gain some time there and was able to get himself to 10th, but I think that's exactly where he was. He started 6th in the race. Fish River's design driver is going to have his work cut out for him. He came in on 29. He was a lap earlier than everybody else. He's going to need to try to find some pace here if this runs green. Baldwin a lap down at the moment. 69 coming off pit road. He had to serve a penalty there. He was too fast entering. 59.55 in his pit stall. So that would be a green flag pit stop. He'll be 2 laps down coming around. Into the corner they go. 2:13. Beverly has a lap fresher tires than Talley. and was starting to catch the pace, and I think that's where he needs to be. Jeremy Talley super fast on the racetrack. His fast, and Mark Beverly's fastest lap is still about a tenth faster than Jeremy Talley. We'll throw that up on your screen for you. That's time by the drivers. Brett Summers 30.73, Roger Strickland 30.72. Those are the fastest laps of the race. And they're trying to make some moves. Summers starting to make some ground there. Summers ready to roll. I said Brett Summers comes on late, and he does. Porter Racing, follow the channel. Thank you, Porter. Appreciate you very much. Much love to you out there on Twitch. Thank you so much. Summers, Nick Lawrence, Jared McCauley, Mike Harnish, Roger Strickland. That'll be your running field. Talley, Beverly, and Rodden. Those three drivers really making it work. Here is the distance. 2 seconds between Beverly and the 0-1 back there. So right now, this is going to be all about where the finish is going to be. Where these folks try to push. Well, folks, I'm going to do two things real quick. I'm going to pause. I'm going to hydrate myself. We're going to look at our good friends over at Roasted Gems.
Drivers, don't get angry.
Do you want to be the greatest of all time? Welcome drivers, sponsors, and fans to the inaugural season of the GOAT Racing League. The GOAT Racing League will be running 3 series on 3 different nights. The Truck Series on Tuesday nights, broadcasted on Signature Esports. The Xfinity Series on Thursday nights, broadcasted on Skullkey Esports. The Next Gen Cup Series on Saturday nights, broadcasted on Signature Esports. There is an entry fee to the league, but you can drive all 3 series if you meet the license requirements. We look forward to seeing you out there. Check out the Discord and the Facebook page for more information. We'll see you on the racetrack.
A good friend Charles starting up a league out there. That's the Van Squake Master giving himself a new league and some new fun. Appreciate him bringing me on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I'll be starting here and after a little while. So he's got a Facebook page. You'll be able to get out there and check him out. Kind of want to hold off on the ads on Twitch. Don't want to, yeah. Snooze the ads for a little bit. All right, Talley, your race leader. That's Mark Beverly in second. Justin starting to close down. He was 2 seconds back, and now he's starting to figure a few things out. Nate Cogdell right behind him. Nathan Somerville in fifth. Brett Summers back here. He's leading this little 4-pack. Roger Strickland still trying to close some of that time down. He's up right high on the exit of the wall there. Roger's going to need to go a little bit longer, get himself into pit road when he needs to, try to make that work. Roasted Gems Coffee. Go to roastedgems.com and use promo code BZ20. And what that'll do is that'll give you 10% off your first order with them. And Chris says he likes their coffee. I like their coffee. I have some right here. I enjoy it. It's very good. He had the hazelnut. I have just their traditional. I like flavor. I also like my creamer and sugar too. And I tell you what, it's way different. You can tell when you have good quality coffee. And it didn't cost me as much as Starbucks does. You know what I mean? It's actually a really good price. Free shipping in the U.S. That's another thing too that I like. Tally, Beverly, the 01, the 00, Nathan Somerville in the 28, Summers in the 7, having a good race. There's the races in between races here. Red Summers in 6th now. Nick Lawrence right behind him. These drivers are having. They must be. I don't know. They must be having fun. It's 101 laps, but about halfway through this one, we're still seeing the great race line still being able to be what it is. Mark Beverly, the lap fresher tires and Tally. If he changed his mode here, his lap time last time about a 10th off the pace. Take a look at Jeremy. Let's take a look at those last 5 lap times by the top 2. Beverly closed the distance on 44, 45, and 46. Tally better on 47 and 48. Quarter-second difference. We'll see this time by what these drivers are doing. Jimmy Tally has led all laps except for 3 laps. And those were led by Mark Beverly. Tally in the mix. Beverly trying to save some of that. Saving tires here at Vegas is hard. Justin to Cogdell. Cogdell right behind him. Nathan Somerville off pace just a little bit. Here's the pace from Beverly to Rodden. Rodden closed the distance on 46, 47, and 48. Now 49 and 50. Beverly pulling away just a little bit. Justin to Cogdell. Cogdell closing the distance. 31.73. That was a huge drop-off. 31.5s. 31.6 over 2 more laps. And a 31.7 and a 31.8. Over the course of 5 laps, it's a 0.3 of a second drop-off there. I wonder if that's what's playing a factor to it. Kyle said, love these drivers. Watched an ARCA race last Thursday. That was nothing but a wreck fest. Good league here. I like this league. They are pretty they're pretty amazing. We do see wreck fests occasionally. I won't say that we haven't seen any bad races. I will say that you gotta roll with the punches. 13 trying to close some distance down to Tally here. Every time Beverly gets to the back bumper of the 2, the arrow push from the 2 slows him up. The only way he can really catch the draft is to be on the straightaways, but if he gets to the back bumper in the corner, it checks that truck up. Something fierce. That's something that we've been able to see here. Tally able to defend the line. 2:13, 01, 00. They'll come back to pit road somewhere around 60 to 63 to 60. I take that back. 60. I would say between 60 and 67. We'll see drivers come to pit road. Clean racing makes it easy. I mean, I don't get to give out the patented helicopter award, but that's okay. All right. Somebody catching the drivers, though. 01 here. He's catching Beverly and Jeremy Tally. 55 of 101. Rod might be the driver to look out for here. There's Nate Cogdell behind. Nate's just been kind of driving in his wake for a little while. Nathan Somerville's starting to catch the pace a little bit as well. He's fallen off the pace a little bit, but we'll see what he's doing. Brett Summers faster than everybody out there right now. He and Jared McCauley both. Pat Baldwin's going to need, he's 5 laps down. He had to come to pit road for 1 minute and 16 seconds. Not quite sure what it is there. That's the other thing too, is we try to make sure that we showcase these drivers in a better light, regardless if it's a wreck fest or regardless if there's any issues. We try to make sure that the focus is that these drivers are in simulators miles apart, hundreds of miles apart, thousands of miles apart, across the world. And realistically, they're all competing and driving on the same racetrack by a digital code, a little GPS dot, so to speak. And that's exactly what it is. 13 finally saving it. I said enough's enough. He is saved. He's going to go to the outside. He's going to force the 2 down low. Tally to the bottom. 13 is going to go high side. Rodden is caught back up now. And as he goes for the pass to the outside, 13 is going to clear. 2 is going to fall back to second. He's going to slide up the racetrack. 0-1 is going to have a run here. And now the 2 is going to have to go back to work. Beverly had just timed his laps there, trying to save. And is now pulling away. And I mean, he's pulling away. Rodden to the inside of the 2 here. He's going to make the pass on Tally. Tally just ran consistent lines, and don't count him out just yet. Oh, he's up under the wall. What happened there? They do have a fast repair. That is unfortunate. Jeremy Talley, a favorite to win this race. Needs the points to stay in the playoffs, too. If he finishes in last, he's out of the playoffs. So he needs to keep going, keep pushing here. Here's what happened. There's a 2 here. 0-0 to, oh, he was just high in the T. Oh! Nate was right there. 0-1 was into the wall. Kind of want to see this here. Right here. I'm shocked that Nate didn't go lower. He was right there on the back bumper. That was unfortunate. Right now, Jeremy Talley, 61 of 101. Mark Beverly, your race leader. 0.3 of a second difference between he and Justin Rodden there in the 0-1. Cogdell to third. I know he was trying to run with Tally, but I don't understand. It didn't make any sense. Tally to pit road. Just he had an unfortunate. That was unfortunate for him. Somerville on pit road. Mike Hardish on pit road. Roger Strickland came to pit road as well. Or Strickland came to pit road on 57. Roger is trying to 3-pit himself, which would make sense. They will have to at least have a short stint towards the end of this race. Tally leaving pit road. Somerville will be in front of him. Somerville a lap down, Tally a lap down, Harnish a lap down, Strickland a lap down, Cadmore, Shane Shepard, Pat Baldwin, all multiple laps down. Beverly, 0-1. Mark Cadmore right here. He came to pit road on 57. So he's going to try to work around the 0-1 here into 13. He's got fresh tires. He's trying to unlap himself here. Oh, he's into the wall. That is unfortunate. Now he's got a whole stint of damage that he was trying to get himself around Mark Beverly. Beverly was up high, and I think he got tight and ran out of real estate there with the wall. Rodden's still the fastest driver on the racetrack right now. That is on old tires. John Ciolino in A. Somerville working his way back around. He's going to be there with Cadmore. Cadmore 2 laps down. Mark Beverly right there, 65 of 101. Rodden's going to come to pit road. Beverly, I think, might be staying out 1 lap too long because that's going to push Rodden to the front here. Jeremy Talley trying to close some of that distance down. Talley came in on 61. He's going to be faster than Nathan Somerville, who's going to be right here with the leaders. Here's Nate Cogdell in second. Got a 1.5 second difference here. Rodden to his pit stall. Beverly comes to pit road. Nate Cogdell's going to lead a lap. Nathan Somerville trying to pass on the outside as the faster laps. Rodden off pit road. Summers, Beverly. And this will work in the favor of the 00 here. Cogdell looking to come to pit road now. If anything were to happen, this is exactly where it would. Rodden comes off pit road. It's going to have a lot of time to try to work around. Beverly holding on to his pit stall. Trying to get in and out of pit road very quickly. He's going to do so. Nate Cogdell comes around. He gets to pit road. Nathan Somerville to second. He'll be a race leader here. Mark Beverly leaves pit road. Nathan Somerville comes around too. He's about 10 lap difference on tires. The 28 trying something different. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. Mr. Mandarin out there. Mandarin Racing. Go find him. He's awesome. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate you. Need to like these comments for you. Thank you so much, folks. If you start a Stars party, I didn't read this. I didn't even realize it. But if you start a Stars party on Facebook, I get a $50 bonus each month. Did you know that? James, did you know that? Tells you how much I pay attention to that. I haven't gotten one, but I've gotten bonuses. Well, they say that I've gotten bonuses from them, but I haven't seen them I haven't been paid them yet. So I don't know what that is. Anthony, thank you. Thank you. I didn't know that. I've earned bonuses. It says I've had $444 in bonuses, which would be nice right now to be able to, pay the bills, get things taken care of. But when I got my payout, I didn't have it. Not one bit. Rodden runs his fastest lap of the race, 30.93. More grip on the track means more drivers trying to run. You haven't gotten one, though. We'll have to get it. Anthony, thank you for the like and the share out there, brother. Appreciate you very much, Mr. Garland. Played your commercial, just, right, your commercial. Yeah. We talked about your stream. Yep. Garland season is done, but he's recruiting for the next one. That's the Outcast Racing League Series. They're coming up here in a couple of weeks, I believe. Somerville out front. Beverly trying to close the distance down. 7.8 seconds the difference between the two drivers. That short bit might have worked for him, though. 10 lap difference on tires. Driver on the newest tires, Nate Cogdell. John Ciolino on 66. Haas Beverly came on 65. Nate Cogdell runs his fastest lap of the race, 30.89. Well, you know what, James, we're gonna have to get you a bonus. We're gonna have to do that. We have to figure out that bonus. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out the Facebook algorithm for streamers, so we can go in and raid and do that. We want to make sure everybody gets their bonuses. And I want Facebook to have to pay you. That's what I want. Nathan Somerville, Mark Beverly, Rodden, Talley, Summers, Harnish, Cogdell, McCauley. Be your top 8. Nick Lawrence, Roger Strickland. It's a ton of fun, folks. Ton of fun. All right, I'm going to hydrate. Y'all hydrate too. 75 and 26 laps to go as we start to run all the way around. They'll make it very interesting here. That's for darn sure. NASCAR East Coast Racing League. Through the corners they go. Somerville had the right strategy there. And when he has to shortcut himself, he'll come in. He came in on 56, which means that somewhere around lap 80, he should be coming in. And right now he's completing lap 75. And that might work for him here. Rodden could take over the lead for a few laps, about 10 lap difference on the tires. Mark Beverly and a long haul. Pat Baldwin in that 69. Shane Shepard into pit road. He came in he's coming in with some right side damage. Man, oh man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Somerville, Rodden, Beverly, Talley. That will be the grand scheme of things here. I'm going to try to do something here, folks. Thinking about moving my ticker that is up top. I think I want to move it to the bottom. I love my little ticker, but occasionally I want it to be kind of right about here-ish somewhere. We'll see. We'll see if it works. Tyler, you forgot. Don't forget. No, sir. There we go. There we are. I don't like that better. Might end up moving it a little bit further down. I don't know. We'll make that work. Tyler, how you doing out there, my man? You forgot it was Tuesday. It's all good, man. Somerville, your race leader. Cadmore on pit road. He's got some right side. Shane Shepard's going to be back on the lead lap here. Or he's going to be 2 laps down. Cadmore to pit road. Roger Strickland coming to pit road as well. We talk about short pitting areas here. They're going to have to do it. Tyler, aren't you in the playoffs? Oh, you were 15th in the points. You needed this one. Man, oh man, man, oh man. Somerville, Rodden, Beverly, Cogdell, Summers, Harnish, McCauley. They're rolling. They are rolling. So let's do that. Man, oh man, that's unfortunate, brother. It's unfortunate. Let's do this. We're gonna. Racing bottom. Trying to figure some things out at the same time, folks. Sorry about this. Let's see if we can do this. Aha! I like that better. Sorry about that, folks. All right, now I'm better. Now I'm happier. I like that. We'll do that better. I like that better. All right. We're going to stop fudging with things. Kyle getting a come on, come on. He's in 7th. That's Haas. 7th. He's working on Mike Harnish here. Everybody's on different pitch strategies, and that's the big factor here. Nathan Somerville to pit road. Rodden out there. A green to green run at Las Vegas is going to be fun for everybody. Hopefully, you've enjoyed the race. It's been a calm race. This is a pit strategy race, and we all know how much I like those. Short of buttoning everybody back up, Rodden comes to pit road. Beverly's going to be a race leader. Justin was able to extend that lead a little bit there that he had. Now Beverly to Cogdell, 3.2 seconds. Everybody's going to have to come to pit road. There's Pat Baldwin there, who's going to try to work around the 13 once again. He is 6 laps down, but he came to pit road on 67. Mark Beverly came in on 66. There's not much difference on tires here. 15 laps to go. Beverly's going to try to hold on for as long as possible. I think Nathan went ahead and took those tires too. This is going to be about, can Beverly get in and out of pit road with 15 laps to go? He came in on 66. He's going to have to stretch it. 37 laps of fuel. I don't know that he's going to be able to save 3 laps of fuel here. Came in on 66. It's 35 laps. That would make it to 101. He needs 35. He came on. Now Nate Cogdell came on 67. He could go 34 laps of fuel. Some of the drivers that came in on 65 would be short. About a lap. Somerville, a lap down. Gonna need it. He's got 14 laps to work his way around Mark Beverly here. Cialino in 4th. '69 to the 13. Baldwin would be able to help the 13 here. Last lap for Baldwin, 31:01. He might just let him go. To see Pat out there driving that 69 Ford. 44 of Macaulay. Kyle giving us some shout outs out there. He's in 9th. So from 5th on back, they're all a lap down. John Cialino, who came in on 66, trying to make it work. Some of the drivers who came in early. They did. That's exactly what they did that for. They did it to try to get some track position, just in case the math didn't add up. Beverly was able to stretch himself there to make it a 2 pit stop race. 3.8 seconds the difference between he and Nate Cogdell, Nick Lawrence. And Nate will be fine if he just paces himself. 34 laps is the longest that we have seen. Here's the pit strategy. The top 10. 33 is the common lap number here. Mark Beverly has to get more than that. And let's show, I think we can show all 18 drivers. Where's that at? Battle box. Where's my pit one? Come on now. Qualifying, pit strategy, row count. We're going to show all 15 drivers. There it is. So the driver that has run the most lap, most of them are 33. Mark will have to see, he's 4.2 seconds out in front of Nate Cogdell. All these drivers back here trying to get their lap back. 9 laps to go. Nathan Somerville, he has got that mindset right now. He's driving like a PO teenager, and he says, let's go. A little spicy send. That's what I say. Hashtag spicy in the chat for me, please. Excuse me. 8 laps to go. Nate Cogdell, Mark Beverly. Beverly got himself a good lead here. Baldwin kind of helping that fuel right now. He's tucked up behind the 13, and he's helping his fuel, but he's also helping Mark Beverly's fuels right now. 8 laps to go. And kind of got to listen. I wonder if he's going to clutch it in. On the high side here. Yeah, he's not clutching anything in. He's going to run it dry. Ciolino, 30.5 seconds. Somerville right there in the mix, trying to get his lap back. Somerville has enough to finish inside the top 5, so that'll be where he's at. Rodden was one of the faster drivers here. We thought that was who was going to be able to make that push. Nathan Somerville trying to pull pit strategy out. He led several laps as well. The driver that I was more taken back by was what happened with Jeremy Talley. He came out on 81. He had this figured out. That right side, that he had to come in and get that faster period. That right side damage right after that pit stop, or right before his pit stop, was just insane. 13. He'll take it 4 laps to go this time by. 16, 69 right there in the mix. Gonna give him a bump all the way around, right? That's what I'd say. Rodden going around. He wants his lap back too. Beverly is, I'm just one, man. Nick Lawrence in 3rd. Trying to get that last little bit in as well. Trying to make sure that he makes it all the way around. Somerville, 4.5 seconds back. Trying to close the distance. His lap time is about 0.8 of a second faster. I don't know if that might be enough. It might not be enough. Nathan Somerville trying to get back around this racetrack to catch up to Nick Lawrence. With 2 laps to go, I don't know that he's going to be able to have it. 4.2 seconds and trying to gain. Beverly's going to Beverly has to come to pit road. Nate Cogdell, 3 laps to go, has been saving. Beverly to pit road, was going to run out of fuel. Tried to hold on. Nate Cogdell will come around here. Has 20 seconds. Nick Lawrence taking over 3rd. Taking over 2nd. Somerville taking over 3rd. Nate Cogdell took the white flag. He's got a good little run. Good little drive off. On to the backstretch. He's going to let Ciolino go by to get his lap back. I would. We'll run that shortest line around this racetrack, clutch it in, because I think that's all he's got left. That's all he's got. He's out of fuel. He's going to coast across the line, 20-second lead, and win it. Fuel strategy paid off. Cogdell wins it on a whim. Nick Lawrence will come home 2nd, I believe. He's going to clutch it in. Oh, Somerville will beat him out. Oh, man. Nick Lawrence will finish 3rd. No, he won't. Oh, he got hit. Rodden finishes in 3rd. Drivers running out of fuel. Nick Lawrence had the right idea. He's going to get pushed. Justin Rodden there in the 0-1 finishes in 3rd. He's going to get shoved to pit road. He was running out of fuel out of 3 and 4. Justin hits him. Nick was trying to just wiggle himself down to the bottom of the, get him across the start finish line. Can understand that. That was a great effort by all the drivers. Mark Beverly will finish in 5th here. Cogdell gets a push to pit road from the 7. It's a good one. I like fuel strategy races. Race results. Cogdell's your race winner. Somerville in 2nd. Justin Rodden to 3rd. Nick Lawrence and Mark Beverly in 4th and 5th. Brett Summers finishes in 6th. Jeremy Townley will finish in 7th. McCauley, Ciolino, Harnish, Strickland, Beverly, Shepard, Cadmore, Baldwin will be your top 15. And it was an interesting finish, to say the least. You always like the last-ditch efforts. '28 celebrating for Nate Cogdell. I think that's what he's doing. Let's talk to Nate. Nate, congratulations on the race win here. You ran out of gas. You coasted across. You had 20 seconds to play with. Nice job.
Oh, man, I didn't know if I was going to make it. And I was kind of doing the math in my head. Every lap I'd go by, I said, man, I'm going to run out in 3.
I kind of figured that was going to be the case. Mark came in 2 laps to go. I was wondering if he was going to be clutching it in at all, trying to save fuel. He had enough time to play with to get himself around the racetrack. He was right behind Baldwin. I think where Baldwin was I thought he might have been helping him, but I think he might have actually been hurting him more in the long run, being behind him, lifting that truck up, forcing that downforce, forcing those tires to work a little bit harder to keep himself around him.
Yeah, second round of pit stops I saw when Mark came in. I made it one more lap, and I think that was all the difference.
I tell you what, man, that one lap is what I said on a whim. That's how you won that one on a whim, and you tend to just figure it out. I tell people that all the time. I say it in the race. You kind of just figure it out, and that's what you do. My man, congratulations on a race win here. Moving on to the round of 8 next week. Congrats. Make sure you give your shout-outs, brother.
All right, man, I appreciate it. I got to thank everybody for watching, Nick for putting on the league, you for broadcasting. I want to thank my boy especially for coming down here and watching with me every week. And if you want a paint scheme similar to mine or like mine, I can hook you up with one. Get Sonic Racing Chassis.
Sonic Racing Chassis. Got it. Good love. Nate, we'll see you next week. I know that the round of 8 is going to heat up, and I know you and Mark have been bounding for each other back and forth the entire season. So we're going to see how this is going to play off. I'm excited to see what you guys do.
Oh, I'm excited too. Mark's a great competitor. He's a really good racer, smart racer. He's fast at every track we go to, and he figures stuff out that I don't. And I figure some stuff out that he don't. So it's definitely going to be a great battle. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's going to be Michigan, so you've got 2 big tracks and then Dover to tie it off. Any one of you drivers are in the 8 are out. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but man, it's going to be exciting racing.
It surely is.
Nate, we'll see you next week, my man.
Appreciate it.
Always. He moves on to the round of 8. Let's talk to Justin, who there at the end was looking to finish 3rd solidly, and you come back around and you do so. What did you think whenever Nick was running out of fuel out of the corner? We saw the little contact as you tried to get by him there. He was slow on the racetrack. Walk us through this one. Fast all day long.
Coming out of the corner there, I was just like, okay, there's going to be trucks running out here. Just don't run in the back of anybody. And then I didn't even realize that Nick was the one I needed to pass to get 3rd there. And when he come by me, I was like, you SOB, you hit me. And I was like, oh, never mind. I got 3rd. It's worth it.
I couldn't tell if he was just trying to work his way down the racetrack because he was out of fuel, maybe just trying to use gravity to get himself down there. You know what I mean? But he comes screaming by roughly, I mean, we're talking less than 100 feet away, and it made it work. I mean, I was wondering if they were going to have enough fuel because a lot of them came in at 66, and I knew that this was a 3 pit stop race if you didn't time it correctly, and the drivers they did, and it kind of made it interesting there at the end. But you and Nate, you guys were fast. You guys were out there working it. You seem to be faster on a longer run than most of the drivers. Walk me through that one.
Yeah, that's just how I am. It's one of them weird things that can't really explain it. It's just something that I do. Definitely something that's been learned over time of being on iRacing and being on here and running these, because I always run in the 1.5 miles when I would run officials all the time before I started league racing. It's just something that seems to happen. Like I said, can't explain it. I do realize that sometimes I do notice sometimes I will come off the throttle sooner than most people getting into the corner, and I'll get the better run off. And I don't know if that is attributed to that, but if it is, yay me on that one, on figuring that one out. So, but yeah, I like long runs. I love having long green flag runs. This race here was awesome. It's been forever since I've had a long green flag run race like this, and I loved it.
Well, next week you're going to have Michigan. It's going to be another race where I see that these drivers have enjoyed and ran those green flag runs. Justin, congratulations on a P3 finish here. We're going to talk to Nathan Somerville here in just a second. Give your shout outs. And I have to ask, because I went to UNC. Were you rooting for the Tar Heels yesterday?
I was, but I'm not a big college sports fan. Don't crucify me for that one.
No, you're good
on that. But I pull for them. My wife's a big UNC fan. She went to UNC Charlotte, so
I did too. That's where I went. So
right on, man, right on.
Yeah.
Well, then we're probably not far from each other.
Well, I live in Missouri now, which is kind of the I was stationed at Fort Bragg, so I had to travel back and forth to go to college over there. But I saw him in North Carolina. I was like, I got to ask if he was rooting for UNC because I was not. I live here in Missouri, and KU is not far from me, so I was not rooting for KU. That's for darn sure. So, well, man, congratulations. Give shout outs.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, shout out to my bigger team that I'm part of, Steel Horse Racing. Great group of guys over there. And everything. Shout out to everybody in my stream over on YouTube. It's Big Corn 16, Big Corn with a K. That's the paint scheme that I've got rolling there as well. That's my logo. That's my stream there. Come and check it out as well. See all my in-car stuff for this race and for past races as well. Shout out to Nathan Somerville as well. Me and him kind of teammates in this league here. We're always talking strategy with each other and all that. So big shout out to him because that was a good run with him today as well. And hopefully we can put another one together next week. And shout out to these guys for the league putting it on, because without them, we wouldn't have it. And for you for broadcasting. Great broadcast. I always go back and watch it, man.
Yeah. You guys, I like hearing the streamers get out there, because then I like going back and trying to piece together what I was talking about when you guys were doing it. So, Justin, we'll see you next week in Michigan.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. The 0-1 finishes in that fantastic third spot. Let's talk to this guy right here, because he had it figured out early that on exactly what he was going to do. The number 28 finishes in second. I wanted to talk to you last because you seemed to figure out where the strategy was going to be, and it almost worked out for you. You almost walked away with this one.
Yeah. That first run, I just got aero tight behind Jeremy. Slid through my pit stall on that first green flag run, and I couldn't catch back up. I knew I couldn't keep up with them, especially Justin on a long run. So I was like, well, if I can't beat him on a long run, I don't think anyone can make it on just one stop. So I figured people would short pit that last little run. So I came in about 10 laps earlier, ran full throttle as much as I could, then pitted on lap 84, and Justin kind of figured out what I was doing, and he came down right after me, and we almost had it. We almost had the strategy.
We did. If Nate had ran out in two, you would have walked away with this one. That's for darn sure. He had 20 seconds to play with there at the end, and you guys closed the gap pretty darn quickly. Nathan, it was an amazing race. Good to see you guys get out there and drive. Green to green. We love to see it, of course, but Michigan's going to be somewhat similar there. I see the lap count on what folks are going to be doing. what does it take to kind of put this one behind you and kind of work on next week and know that track's a little bit bigger, then you're going to work into a super speedway, and then you're going to get yourself into Dover over the next 3 races. Where does that kind of put the limits here from a mile and a half to working the bigger tracks?
So Michigan's like a mini Talladega now with this aero package. You just got to manage your tires. If you can be there, anyone has a shot. It's probably all going to come down to who pits first, who stays out, and who tries to make it on fuel.
Yeah, fuel. I like fuel races, so today was one of those. Nathan, congratulations on P2 finish here. Look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan. Give your shout outs out there, and it's a pleasure, man.
First and foremost, I want to thank my smoking hot wife for letting me do this. Second, I want to thank Nick for letting me enter late. So Nick's a great guy. Him and I have ran together for almost a year and a half. We give each other a lot of crap, but at the end of the day, I respect the man. I want to thank Justin for helping me out. I want to thank Jeremy, Roger, everyone at my race team, Loose Lug Nuts. I want to thank Nate Cogdell for this awesome scheme that he puts together. He has half the field wrapped, and he's getting better and better every day. And I want to thank you for broadcasting. And God bless America, and God bless you.
Always, man. It's a pleasure, and look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, man.
That is the race today, folks, and it was a fantastic drive-off, and Nate Cogdell takes another win here in the series. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch, folks. We will thank you, Mike Evans, out there giving us a like on the stream. Appreciate you very much. I did see you out there. Thank you to all the drivers. Thank you to all the fans. Thank you to iRacing. Thank you to Roasted Gems. Thank you to all the leagues, NASCAR East Coast Racing League. Thank you to all of my affiliates and sponsors as well. Whenever we get out there and we're continuing to grow, I just immediately appreciate it. But I can't thank iRacing enough for being a platform for me to be able to do this with, and for all of you out there watching and being the absolute best Warrior Nation. And I call you Warriors because I couldn't do this without you, and we're all Warriors together. So much love, and of course and always, I will see you in the next one.